I have a +1 template today for a mini slimline card. Come on in and let me show you. Hello everybody, it's Julia Laird and it's Sunday with Susie, and today I wanted to show you a template that I made for cutting a mini slimline card and a fancy fold card. So no, don't let this intimidate you because I'm going to work you through it, but it creates two different cards, and let me show you what they look like. This one is just your basic mini slimline. I like to use mini slimline cards because they really use up a 6x6 paper pad very efficiently. And then there's this little fancy fold card. Now, I'm not the originator of this idea. It's been around for quite a while, where you make a little bridge between two pieces of cardstock. But with the mini slimline, it's a bit of a challenge to get two cards out of one piece of paper. So let's get started, and I want to show you how the cuts go. This will be over on the Facebook page, and I'm going to put a link to where it is on the Facebook page down below in the description box. So look for it down there. And even if you don't do Facebook, you can still use that link to go in and get a copy of this if you want to. So the first cut is right here, cut number 1, and we're going to do 4 1/4 inches. So this is the first cut. And then the second cut, you're going to leave this piece here at 7 1/4 inches and cut 1 1/4 inches off. So here's cut number 2. There we go. Now then, this piece right here becomes this piece. So we're going to make that score right there at 5 1/2 inches. So I'm going to score this at 5 1/2. And I would suggest, if you cut these, to go ahead and do your score and make a packet for this particular card, because there's some pieces that you'll need to make sure that go with that card and don't go in your scrap pile. This piece, however, is a piece of scrap, so I'm going to put that in my scrap pile. Otherwise it gets too confusing. Okay, now we're going to go over to this side here, and so this is what we're looking at, and this is cut number 3 that comes across this way. So cut number 3 should look exactly like that. And then cut number 4, we're going to cut the mini slimline card. And all that amounts to is this is going to be 6 1/2 by 6 1/4. And so this is scrap, and it's going in my scrap bin. And then this card gets scored at 3 1/4 inches on the 6 1/2 inch side. And there it is. 50-50 chance I could get it right. So here we go, 3 1/4 inches. And so you can see how effective it would be to use a 6x6 piece of paper and just cut it 6x3. Half of it goes there, and if you want to put the other half on the inside, yay, that uses the whole sheet. So this card's finished now, the card base. But let's look at the rest of this. That's all I need my scoreboard for. So then we have this little piece left. And so cut number 5 is going to be to cut this 4 1/4 inches. And you'll notice I made a little boo-boo here, and I used some white acrylic paint to do my whiteout because I didn't have any whiteout on hand, but there it is. So this is going to be cut number 5 right here. And this is the fancy fold bridge piece. So it's going to go right over here on this pile. And then I'm going to cut this to 1 3/4 inches. And this piece is scrap. It's going in my scrap pile. So then this piece becomes the bottom for my fancy fold card. And of course I cut the little mock-up wrong because I didn't have my brain on that day. I hadn't eaten my brain juice. But this is the way the card goes together then. Is you take your little bridge piece and put some glue on it and glue it right there in the middle, and then you have a card that looks like this. Isn't that wonderful? And it's all out of an A2 size card, so you get 2 cards out of that piece of paper. That's one of the reasons why we like the A2 size cards so well, is because you can get 2 pieces of 2 cards out of this piece of paper any way you cut it. You can cut it this way, you can cut it this way, and you can make a weird card that you can cut on the diagonal, and it all makes 2 cards. But the Minislimline has always taken up a whole piece of paper. Well, now it doesn't have to. There's an alternative here. And as time goes along, I'll be looking for any other alternatives, because I really like this Minislimline format. See how pretty they can be? They really are just gorgeous cards. So I hope this has helped you, and go over to the Facebook page or go down below. The link is there. And cut some Minislimline cards and make a fancy fold card to go with them. And I think you'll really enjoy them. But see how pretty they are? Here's the inside of this one again, and the inside of that one. So have a great day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.